Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Out of the Abyss campaign. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hey, you absolutely can.
Hello
Hi.
there.
And it's been a while. We had a week break thanks to Thanksgiving. And so we might need a little bit of a recap about what happened last time before we get into what's going to happen this time. So without further waiting, let's get into it. Last time, as I lost my thing here for a second. Yeah, last time, you guys had arrived at the Cave of the Grick. You managed to defeat all of the lesser worm-like creatures, but the really, really big one was still about, and apparently invisible, or blending in especially well. But it didn't wait to launch its deadly attacks with its tentacles, tail, and sharp beak. Luckily, you defeated it without sustaining too much damage. While the hunter myconids took the body back to the grove for reanimation, you all took the time here to get a good night's sleep, unbothered by anything. During this rest, Rincewind found a strange connection between this Faerzess-infused amulet and his own beliefs. Heading back to the grove in the morning, the myconids, though few, but included Sovereign Basidia, Reshiru, and Lubamub, along with a few others, were ready with their new defender, reanimated Grick, to leave this place, as it was too heavy a task for them to rid the grove of whatever this demonic infection may be. Started making your way together towards Blingdenstone, passing through the fungal wilds. As the growth started to lessen and smaller tunnels more rampant and varied, you came to an area of ruins, little flits of phosphorescent lichen, long dead in abandoned space. Fungi started to resurrect a skeleton for use in here. Weller noticed an odd salamander folk studying some large luminous growths, but also noticed a big troll stalking the salamander guy. Giving warning, this person, dodged and ran towards you guys for cover as the troll gave chase. Defending against the troll wasn't an easy task, but, well, you learned its tricks and eventually, destroyed the creature. But another one showed its face. The limbs of one of these did stay animated after being severed, and you did find the wounds were generated like other trolls, but it wasn't fire like normal. Eventually, you found out forceful damage and lightning did the trick, and you ended up killing both trolls as the salamander guy started writing in his book, just as he did before. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are in this ruined space here. The myconid's kind of behind you, having, at least with a little bit of aid from one of you guys, to defeat the other troll. The body's here kind of gooey and just laying in the ground as the salamander guy is just kind of writing in his book. He'll walk up to one of the trolls. Yes, okay. Did not expect this. Interesting. He's just writing.
Okay. So, Mr. Guy, did what was going on with all these trolls and you and what's the deal?
What? Oh. Trolls, yes. It's obvious that's what they are. Trolls, yes. As he starts to, scribble something out and rewrite something. Yes, I was studying, as one does, and came across this growth seen several like it before. Curious. But yes, they think. And he closed the book with a quick clap and shuffles it in between his robes. Sorry. Thank you for the assistance.
It's less assistance and more saving your ass.
Yes, as in so many words. I got lost in thought. I was
Almost cost you your life, though.
Oh,
You
no.
almost got lost in their stomachs.
Assure you, I would be safe, but I wouldn't know where. Quite interesting specimens.
So-
Is that book really important if you went in the water to get it back?
Yes, this is my research of the last week. It would, well, be wasteful. I am not that kind. And I am not forgetful either. I do apologize. Let me introduce myself. I am Skris. Skris of the Society of Brilliance. And he gives a very deepened bow.
One guy's gonna awkwardly try and return it, not sure what the guy's custom is.
Didn't we beat
I'm looking.
an orc
Yeah, I'm
from
looking.
the Society of Brilliance?
I had to pull out my old
I-
paper notes.
So
I had
not
it
from the Society of Modesty.
Oh,
Blurg,
Yeah, Blurg from the
Blurg.
yeah.
Blue Orc
oh, you know Blurg.
from the SOB.
Yes, I haven't seen Blurg in some times. And Orog. Sure, a blue orc too. The not so learned mind, but yes.
What'd you say?
I mean,
Blurg. He is a Orog.
we've seen Blurg what? Maybe 2 weeks, a week. It's been some time.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, probably.
Blurg is out checking out the southern areas of the lakes.
Yeah,
I had a companion. Why was with me as well. A small fellow tends to walk backwards. He was to go check on he kind of creeps, looks behind you all, seeing the Myconid slowly arrive up. Oh. He was to check on the grove. Yes.
Yeah, he probably didn't make it.
Oh. That would be a shame.
There was some rather disturbing stuff going down there.
Oh, please do tell.
Well, how about before we, show you ours? Tell us a little bit about the growth that you were researching while you were down here. Is the growth in the room with us?
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
20 frickin' 4. Ah, yes, trading information. Of course, of course. Me and Y were under the belief that there was some influence otherworldly delving into the Underdark. Specifically around this area. Y being a Darrow has a tendency to get lost. He finds his way back. This growth that I see here, it should not be glowing the way it is. But it is. This is a Zirkwood. Something is changing it. The Fairzess, I believe, is part of the key to this changing, or allowing the change. These trolls, I see you tried fire, and it did not work like a typical troll. They might be affected as well. I have seen this in many other monsters as well. Creatures often changing habits, changing forms, at least minorly. A quick evolution, if you will.
Well, isn't the Fairzess pretty consistent in this area?
Ah, no, it is not consistent. The Fairzess is changing.
Should it be consistent? Normally?
No. No, the Fairzess is quite chaotic. That is the one thing you can trust from it. Chaos.
Well, what I mean is, do you feel that there is more Fairzess lately than there has been in the past?
Oh.
Is it more concentrated to certain areas, or is it seem to be, or like regional, or is it like a weather pattern?
I have found that recently, this is a theory I am studying and testing, areas closer to change, closer to other dimensions, other planes of existence, and where the fabric is thin or even connected, that the Fairzess is growing, moving closer towards it, around it. I don't quite understand it yet, but it's just a theory.
Okay.
And this is one of those places?
No. This was a ruin I happened upon. Long dead now. Nothing here. Except for the growth, which was intriguing. No Fairzess, though. Magic seems the same. In some places I have seen the Fairzess turn magic to nothing. Not here.
Can you elaborate on what these otherworldly occurrences are that you and Y were investigating?
Ah. Yes. If you wouldn't mind, I have already shared with you a little bit. It would not only be fair if you shared with me some of your information. And then I will happily talk closer.
Can I make an insight check to see if he is being honest? Does he seem trustworthy?
Sure, give me an insight check on Skris. You're the 20 freaking 2. He is being honest, but he's hoping you'll share more information with him than he will with you. But he's also very curious what you've seen, hoping he learns more. But he is being honest.
Well, we can tell you about where we just came from, some of the events that were taking place in the Grove.
Ah, you have been.
We have. These Myconids that are traveling with us are the few remaining, let's call it, sane members of the Grove.
Oh.
I'm assuming Basidia is with us. He might be able to elaborate
Uh,
more, but
they're kind of slowly making their way. It's kind of tight spaces to get there, but they're getting there.
what was Basidia? He was
The sovereign.
Sovereign.
There we
Yeah.
go. Basidia here was a sovereign of Neverlight Grove. You'd probably elaborate further, but needless to say,
I'm aware of
Similarly.
sovereigns.
similarly to some of the otherworldly occurrences that you referenced, there was something going on there. Things weren't as they should have been.
Would you call it an incursion?
Weller, being kind of dumb, would look to the rest of the group. Be like, is that what we would call it?
More like
Not
a wedding.
Quite. Yeah. We
wed-
haven't seen an incursion per se.
No, we definitely saw an incursion when that big fucker came out of the water at that place.
Yeah.
We didn't see an actual demon.
But we're not going to tell you
Didn't
about
see
that
an
until
actual
you
demon?
share more.
Demon, you say?
No one said demon. You're hearing things. Must be the Ferris dust.
Ah. Me and our companions, we of the Society of Brilliance look into things that happen in the Underdark and how they affect everything as a whole. Knowledge, but also some semblance of order. We have all been gifted with, well, brilliance, knowledge of what dwells here, what dwells there. We are more concerned at the moment about something that dwells there. Otherworldly. Fiendish. In nature. Something powerful. Something great. Grand even. Dangerous. But why was to go to the grove to scout it out? And I was to catch up with him as I was studying a few things here and there. Another companion is hoping to get closer to Menzo Berenzin. I believe to Mantle Dareth. Some ways
You all
away.
travel alone, do you?
Not always. Sometimes too. The Underdark and the Pharazes have ways of certain magics being a little unpredictable and can be quite infuriating. But it works. If need be.
Hey, Casmus, you've had a run-in with that before.
Yeah, and so did another of our departed friends.
So what's your plan now? Did you say you were going to head towards the grove? Because what's left of the grove is with us right now.
What is there now?
Well, I'm wondering if
Death.
perhaps your partner, maybe we did come across them. They went to the Garden of Welcome. Seemed kind of like that's where visitors were taken to, and it was not welcoming at all.
Go on. Please, everything you tell me could prove fruitful
Well,
down the line.
If your partner ended up there, he became like a zombie creature and probably cried out in pain for somebody to end his suffering. He was like half buried in the ground. At least that's what happened to the drow, the other drow that we came across.
Oh, my friend is not a drow.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying it happened to one of my kind.
Anyone,
It
anything.
happened
Why
to anyone,
is a
yeah.
Darrow? Quite
Doesn't
small.
matter.
Okay, so the hole that they dug
Tusk
for him
will
would just
groan
be shorter.
when he says Darrow again. He'll go,
But please, what is at the grove? You say death. Elaborate, as he starts writing in his book again.
Gasman's gonna look at all the group, basically saying, should we tell him about the wedding? He's not
Yes.
actually saying that.
Just tell him.
Right. So they're preparing for a wedding. We believe it's of some kind. I forgot exactly what, but some
The
kind of
Great Cedar and
entity.
the
The Great
Body,
Cedar
right?
and
Great Cedar.
with the was it
What
the
was-
Lady of
what-
Rot?
What was that?
The
You
Great
just,
Body.
just spoke? And looks to Rincewind as he said something.
I said Zigutmoy.
Ah. I see. That is, quite troublesome, if it is true. If Zuktmoy is getting this is not logical. What are they
You don't think so?
marrying?
The Great Cedar.
Yeah, the Great Cedar is her, right? Was it
No.
the Great...
No,
Yeah.
Which one's
the
which?
name?
the
The
Great
groom is
Cedar
the
is the big tree.
Yeah, the big mushroom tree thing. That's what
That's the
she's
Great
trying to marry.
Cedar. She's the Lady of Rot.
Yes,
Yeah, that's-
I'm aware of who Zuktmoy is. You don't need to lecture me on it.
Oh, I'm not lecturing you.
Boy, you guys were gifted with brilliance, but humble is not one of your features, huh?
Some are more than others.
Right. So yeah, they're gonna try to marry the Lady of Rot with the Great Cedar. Whatever the hell that
More,
means.
doesn't it?
I see. I don't know what this is, but Great Cedar.
Also, like all the remaining members at the Grove have been like brainwashed.
That would sound what Zuktmoy would do. She does love decay and madness. This is not unheard of. This is quite troublesome. I should try to find Omelum. He is the strongest of us of the society. And he kind of shuffles through his robes and pulls out a scroll. Here. You can have this. Maybe it will help you in times to come, and maybe as a thank you for helping me. You just hand the scroll out to whoever's gonna take it.
Oh, the fungi I'm next to. I'll take the scroll. I'm like, you say you're gonna go back to the rest of your set. Where is the rest of your group? Are they like right by here, or where you gotta go exactly?
No. Omelum was supposed to meet me. He's supposed to be at Mental Dareth. Failing that, perhaps I could find why. Why is quite powerful himself. Nowhere near Omelum, though. Troublesome. Troublesome for sure.
This is all. You're all sticking here in the Underdark, or are you going above ground?
There is no time to go above ground. Not that the Farazes would let me.
So, how bad do you think the Zigutmoy marriage is? Because
If
me,
Zuktmoy
that
is
sounds
even
catastrophic.
here, or even close to this plane of existence, then it isn't good.
well, I mean, we know that. I mean, that might be the understatement of all time. But
Tell
What
me he
I'm
doesn't need to
saying
lecture
is-
you.
how bad is it? because that seems like it's catastrophic to the entirety of the Underdark. I feel like that's the growth potential of that marriage could completely wipe out the Underdark. And she's already,
That was the
has
marriage.
her own realm of hell or whatever, and now she's going to be here,
The abyss.
and I
Like-
don't know.
So Zuktmoy was the Great Cedar. It was Oromykos. That
That's his
was
body.
right, right, right.
The
yeah,
body.
The body.
Right.
Yes. Sorry.
So on top of that, I mean, there's have you investigated what happened down in the Kuatul village,
No.
or know of
Blurg
what's
is
happened there?
supposed to be down there somewhere.
Oh,
Whoops.
What happened in the Kuotoa village? There's many scattered about the lake that it is.
Well, it was completely
big
wiped out by a gigantic form with 2 heads and tentacles, and that's all I remember before I went mad.
yeah, that was the whole demonic incursion thing that we were kind of alluding
Yeah.
to.
I see.
I mean, it seems odd that the Brilliant Society doesn't have a finger on the pulse of what's happening here.
We are scattered. We are few. I believe there
Okay.
are 5 of us down here at the moment.
Oh wow,
And
you
it
really are
seems like-
few.
Yeah,
Maybe
society
6.
is a bit of a stretch. So,
Many of our society are up top.
You might want to
Okay.
call in for reinforcements, buddy.
yeah,
Yes,
Is-
man, reinforcement as much as he can get.
See.
I mean, you're almost eaten by 2 trolls if we didn't intervene. So, like, it's not boding well for your society.
I am more studious. I am not a combatant.
Man, why are you traveling alone?
don't
In the
say.
Underdark.
Place is terrible.
I have ways to get away and around. It's just chaotic.
It's magic and Ferris, whatever.
Yes,
And
they
you
don't
don't know where you're
intertwine.
gonna- Yeah.
So if you get the rest of your society, what do you guys actually think you can do to help with this?
Yeah, how strong do you think the strongest
We
member
have
of
to
the Society of
observe.
Brilliance is?
And conduct research. It isn't a stab and you don't just willy-nilly these kind of things. You have to plan, formulate.
I don't know. We've done willy-nilly
Courses
to work
of
so far
action.
pretty well.
Yeah, it's kind of worked out all right for us so far.
You all seem like you're tougher. This is not most of our forte. Blurg is quite tough himself, but the Society of Brilliance that is down here were born here. The society that is not here, well, they are all dealing with their own problems as well.
I would consider an exchange program.
No.
Yeah, do y'all?
This
how long are
is
your
my home.
Contracts. Do you do like 6 months down here, or?
I mean, not for long.
There is no contract. We simply exchange information. That is so we can learn more.
Yes, but
So you're learning for learning's sake, or are you learning for as an ends to a mean, or a means to an end?
Yes.
I mean, what have you learned that can help you defeat those incursions?
At the moment, nothing, because we didn't know that the incursions were real. We heard rumors, hearsay. No one has seen anything concrete.
Well-
If your claims are true, As I said, I should seek one of my own.
Are you saying that we might have hallucinated?
Anything's possible with the bears us about. But maybe it's nothing. If it's just Zuktmoy, that might not be so bad.
All right, I got 3 questions for you, and then I'm done.
Ask away.
Fantastic. Number 1, and I feel like you kind of just answered this. No idea how to stop the demonic incursions, what is causing them, anything like that.
Cause? No. We do not know the cause. We are looking into this. That is what Omelum was searching for. How to stop an incursion. Close portals if they exist. If they're the root source. Whatever that may be.
And where was Omelum headed?
Last we spoke, this was some months ago, Mantle Dareth. Closer to Menzo Berenzin, on the north side of the lake.
Then
Right.
I don't want to go there.
No, we're not gonna go there.
Moving right along, question number 2. Do you know how to get out of the Underdark?
There are many tunnels. Believe closest ones I've seen would be around the area of Blingdenstone. Not there, traders from Gracklestug may know a way. There's many places to and from the Underdark open and close on a whim. A simple quake could cause them. A simple quake could shut them. A specific way. Not my forte.
All right. Last and certainly not least, just kind of a natural transition to, do you know the way to Blingenstone?
I was there a couple of months ago.
No way to Blingdenstone.
That was in my head.
Unfortunately, they don't take kindly to troglodytes. I believe they have their own problems, trying to rebuild and all that. I was not allowed entry.
We've got a one of theirs. Probably gonna help us.
I see. Well, it is still many days away. Maybe a week or so. You have one from there. I'm sure you can find the way.
We feel pretty good about the map we have, right? I know
As
it's
good
been
as we've
longer than
ever
we were.
felt about anything since we've
Yes.
been down.
better than the drawn up map that we had to the beginning.
Yeah.
We feel that good about it.
I'll show him the map, whoever has the map.
Cassius
show
has
it
the
to
map. He'll take it out of the bag and hand it to him.
And just, being a member of the Society of Brilliance, certainly in navigation. I mean, you guys are down here wandering around alone. Does this look about accurate?
Go here. You guys are probably about here. Or actually, you're close to the edge. He would say this no-enter area is Mantle Dareth.
I think I'm gonna keep calling it no enter.
Yes. Definitely criminals and underhanded operations. I believe it might be run by I forget his name. An aberration of sorts.
An aberration of sorts?
Yes.
What kind of aberration?
Yeah.
I believe it's a beholder.
It could be worse.
A drow city controlled by a beholder.
It is not a drow city.
It's not a...
Many are welcome there. I was welcome there when I went. There are Severfneblen, there are Dwergar, even a few traders from up top.
Yeah, but it's how close to Menzoberranzan is it?
A day or two.
Okay.
Do we already know what he meant by Blinging Stone rebuilding? Like, did something happen that's a known event?
You can give me a history check. I don't know if we've been over this before.
No. Whether dumb.
If not, you can always ask Turvy. Yeah, with the 17. Well, you've heard of this shit. Yeah. Blingden Stone is also kind of close to Menzoberranzan. So much so, but there are hidden passages to get to it and around it. It has been destroyed a few times over by the Drow City, and is currently in the process of a rebuild over the last, 5-10 years. Actually, 5 years was the most recent time it was nearly destroyed. It's a tale as old as time down here in the Underdark. Blingden Stone gets destroyed by Menzoberranzan forces and rebuilds.
So Menzo's just like a hurricane. Blinging Stone's like Florida.
I have been to Menzoberranzan a few times. Pretty.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there.
I understand.
I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying?
It is a ways
Yeah.
away as well.
I'd rather be in the beholder's court than the drow's court.
Well,
So, between here and where we are in, so anything want to warn us about? Stay out of the way. Anything you know about that we need to look out for?
do not draw attention to yourselves. Stay hidden. Stay in the dark. Warn you of what? The monsters in the Underdark. This possible incursion, which you already know about. Bookors, Umberhulks. Hope you don't run into a Behir. Although I didn't see any last I went.
I may be having a total brain fart, so I'm sorry if I tuned out. Do we know what the scroll was that he handed Casmus?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
All right. You didn't want to be rude and open it in
Fungi-
front of. You didn't want to
Fungi
open
took
yet.
it. Fungi took it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna save that one for later.
Yeah, you don't want to open the gift in front of the person that gave it to you. I told
Yeah,
you.
No.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna wait till later. And be like,
Here,
By the way.
hold this.
If there
see if
is
we had any questions on that first.
anything else I can assist you with, do let me know. I should be leaving shortly.
What direction are you heading?
Mention it.
Hoping
really
to
cool
get to
scroll.
the Grove.
Mm,
Dude's got a death wish.
yeah.
I mean,
Or
he can make his own decision. but it's not like we haven't warned him.
I have to confirm and study.
Oh,
If you
she's
want
been
to
on
hang out,
there.
you just ask these other ones that we're with the deal. They can confirm it all for you, but your choice.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if you go on this path, you might want to consider changing your names to the Group of Hubris instead of the Society of Brilliance, because...
We do not engage.
Nope.
Study.
There was a wedding
I
going
wouldn't worry
on. What
about
part
that.
of that did
I
you not
wouldn't worry about
understand?
you engaging it. I would be more worried about it engaging you. But, you go off, playa.
They're obviously engaged. They're getting married.
Right.
God, you call yourself brilliant.
That was clever.
Right. I think we should get going.
Oh, before we go, can you just tell me what is on this scroll? This, that you gave me, it's really nice and pretty, but what is it for?
Should you have the time and the need and the place, as dusk disappears into the shadows, this will allow you to create a circle of magical protection, given the time.
Cool.
I've seen that movie. It's a circle that you get trapped in. They just want you to think it's protection.
You could possibly trap something in it should you summon it there. I would not recommend doing so. But often protect yourself around external threats, demons, things from other realms, angels even.
Right. I'd rather kill the demon than cower away.
Yes. That is the spirit.
See? You got a bone of violence in your body after all.
You just do not have the power. And he'll give you, like, as detailed direction as he can to Blingden Stone. Which actually is pretty detailed. Kind of pretty much following the path that you're following, but just like Lubamub did. Was it Lubamub? Bresharu did.
For sure.
He'll also give some notes on the area ahead and like avoid that, and you've already marked that, and he will give you good detailed directions as much as he can.
Right.
All right, well, listen, we wish you well. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Would really reconsider not going to the Grove. But hey, if you do, and if you need to blend in, just pretend you're a member of the wedding party. I think as long as you're not interrupting anything, you might be all right.
I will find Y first and see what he has learned.
Best of luck.
Good
on
luck.
Yeah, good luck. Hope you don't die.
that. Like we came across.
What they said.
some
You as
bodies.
well. I will not interact with said bodies. Watch.
Hey,
They
we
may
didn't
interact with
them. They
you,
interacted
so
with us. You know, when they did the whole crying for help thing and begging us to end their suffering. So,
Yes. I would not. I guess it would depend. But is there anything else I can help you with before I take my leave? Before we take our leaves of each other?
you haven't seen any drow like hunting parties the direction that we're going, have you?
I have not. But I am also certain to stay off of the path that drow take.
Oh.
They would probably try to take me prisoner if I was out here alone.
yeah.
Oh, hey, since you were studying, did you find out anything cool about this glowing Zerkwood? Anything neat about it?
It is a glowing Zerkwood. Should not be possible, but it would seem that it's been fused with that of a torch stalk, but different coloration, different... It's an abomination, but a curious one. A hardy glow source, I suppose.
Okay, that's it though. Oh, all right.
Well, I will take my leave of you. I do wish you well. Should you encounter any of my allies. Actually, I was wrong. Not Omelum. Grazalax. Who is Omelum? Grazalax is in Manteldare. Or if you see Sloopadoop lurking along fellow Kuotoa. We're all seen wearing the same robes, so you could identify us easily.
Wait, his name's not Sloopadoop. He's from Sloopadoop, right?
Oh, we've seen all of Supladoop.
No, Sloopadoop.
Yeah, but
That's
isn't
his
it
name?
The outside is Sloopadoop. The inside is Sloopadoop.
That is his name, Sloopadoop. It is much like the town Sloopadop. I do not make the Kuotoa names. They are hard to remember and hard to pronounce. I understand if you'd be forgetful in this.
Weller's going to walk away before he kills this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should just get on our way. Boat on our way.
Gives you each a nod. And kind of touches his hand to his chest. Looks around. Clutching his book with his other hand. And just kind of mutters to himself, "Where are you, why?" As a flash of light consumes him, multicolored, and he's just gone.
All right. Well, so goes the Society of Brilliance. Anyway,
Yeah, they were good while they lasted.
Yeah.
We're a zombie someday, aren't we?
Also, just listen, just tossing this out there to the group, not really a suggestion, just trying to get a pulse on things. We should probably stop saving people, right? Because 9 times out of 10, they turn out to be smug assholes.
True. We can.
Well, this one gave us at least the scroll.
Scroll of Magic
Yeah.
Circle.
But I mean,
Is that really what it's called?
Yep.
Scroll of Magic?
Ma-
Wow,
Magic
they didn't-
Circle is the name of the spell.
They didn't really try with that one, did they?
Nope.
Ran out of gas. What do we call this one? Fucking Magic Circle. I don't know. Let's
Yep.
go home for the night.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
It's a pretty great spell if you're around summoned things like fiends, undead, celestials, fae, elementals.
don't you need a minute though?
It takes a minute to cast. Yeah, it's something you do in preparation, but it lasts for an hour.
Right.
Do you like cast it around the thing or around yourself?
Around yourself
You
or the
can
thing.
Either
or.
one.
Okay.
For example, like if you're summoning a demon, you cast Magic Circle first, and you summon the demon in the circle. It can't go anywhere. Then you dominate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know all about domination.
Oh. Yeah.
Or vice
No,
versa. You put
Well, there
yourself
goes
in
our
the circle,
PG rating.
summon the demon, and demon does whatever it's going to do outside of the circle.
That wasn't a sexual reference. That was a reference to the Monday game where a character was dominated.
Here's your
I can-
super
Uh-huh.
Mr.
I can
Demon.
understand the confusion coming from me. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
all
That is
right.
fair, and I accept that.
All right. Let's make our way. We got a few days. Also help the our mushroom friends to find a safe place.
Yeah, they're going to Blankenstone with you.
Yeah.
Want to look around this place? See if they left anything cool behind before we peace out.
I didn't think they were going to go all the way to Blingerstone with us. Oh, they said they were going to find a place.
Someplace safe.
That's gonna be
I mean-
interesting. Rolling up to Blingenstone with a few
Some Myconids.
Myconids.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, that's kind of what we signed on for when we said yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we
guess so.
already are a band of married
No,
men,
I mean-
so
All right,
I'd
let's
be more
go.
concerned about
Being
going to
heroic
Blingenstone
and
with
all.
me.
So, yeah, if you want to look around, fun guy, let's go ahead and do that. But, I mean,
We've already
Yeah.
spent too much time up here in this place, I think.
miles
Yeah, well-
before we.
The Myconids are going to follow along really slowly, so
They're not, I mean, they're
we
kind
got
of slow.
time.
sure ahead we go.
I would say looking around the place, this does look like old dwarven from centuries ago, but it has been ransacked and ravaged many times over. Luckily, you're able to find, like, the skeleton you found and have summoned at the moment isn't even a
Bones.
dwarf, but it seems like this place has been ransacked many times over where you're at now.
As everyone's poking about, kind of instead of looking at the ruins, look about and see if I can find anything growing that could be interesting or of use.
Sure, give me a survival check.
Because, you know, ruins and
Yeah.
growing things. Ooh, why did that do that? No. These mushrooms are too bright. I can't see anything.
Yep. I mean, other than that, like, a lot of them can be harvested. They're all glowing with that same light, and all of them are typical. Like, there's some ripple bark. There's nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of it is edible. Even the Zerkwood is somewhat edible, the bark of it. But all of them glowing here, which is the strange part.
Noted.
But continuing on your journey, several days pass, and how it is more cave-like in this next passage. There's fungi every now and then, but it's not as rampant as you've seen. You're definitely out of the fungal wilds and now into more cave-like sections, large caverns, the occasional stream, and occasional crevice going down. Looks like some areas of these large caverns have like little mountains within them. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're traveling at a slow pace? Or are you just creeping along, trying to stay hidden, safe?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we follow his advice and just move quietly, stick to shadows.
All right.
I guess I lost Mr. Bones along the way. It's been many days.
Yeah, unless you want to keep it going, you can sacrifice a 3rd level slot to keep it going.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a high slot, but then again, he's Mr. Bones.
Me and Mr. Bones.
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's just say I've been doing the spell. I'm gonna keep Mr. Bones. I'll keep one level 3 slot. So
All right.
one level 3 slot used.
After, I will want everyone to give me a Constitution check. After like a week and a half of travel.
Save or
Save, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
18.
Why was I in a disadvantage? God damn it. Got a 4.
Fair enough. I'll still take the first rolls. The check is the same as your saves. Except for Weller's is more, I think. Yeah.
Because he's got proficiency.
You can keep my first one if you want. I'll take
Fair.
15 over the 14.
After several days, like I said, about a week and a half of going along these tunnels, following the path that both Skris and Reshiru and the map all in one, you're getting closer and closer to your destination of Blingden Stone. The cave that you're following ends up coming to a large chute with what looks to be spikes, almost like handholds, going straight up into darkness.
Not it.
Seems like it's time for the old rope-a-dope.
We could just throw something to light down the way. See how far it goes.
It goes up.
Yeah.
It goes up, then.
Up in darkness.
And let's do that upwards.
You can cast dancing lights and send them upwards.
Dusk will start testing the spikes as far as being handholds and footholds.
Yeah, Dusk, this
solid
this
they are.
looks very climbable to you.
Okay, he'll get up about 20 feet and look back and say, "What are you all waiting for?"
As you can't see up above. None of you can see the top.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Not even.
can do the dancing
not even.
lights,
Not
though.
even Rincewind.
But Dancing
Is it-
Lights is going to
right.
broadcast, hey, we're coming up.
Well, yeah, but it might also give us a light at the end of the tunnel to see how much further we have to go, so that, because I mean, right now we're climbing into dead darkness,
You can only do dancing lights up to 120 feet away. Also,
but they're movable as a
they are
bonus
movable.
action, right?
Absolutely.
So we could leapfrog them all the way up as we go. But I mean, still, are the Myconids going to climb this?
They're all looking up it. Reshiru, kind of stepping up, spreads out his spores. I think this is the way. Longer than I remember. As he starts getting out some rope. Tangled vine-like rope.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Start climbing, Mr. Bones.
What does
That's
Mr.
going to
Bones
be
say?
entertaining.
I'm going to say a little prayer to myself and give myself guidance.
On what?
Strength saves or checks.
Athletics
So-
checks?
Well, that's the only one, I think.
Here, why don't I take the rope? Give me the rope.
Jasper's
And
gonna
it-
give him the rope.
And about every 60 to 80 feet, I'll drop the rope, reaffix the rope, drop it. Everyone will climb up, and I'll go up again and repeat the process. It'll be slow going, but there's less chance anyone would fall to their grisly death and impale themselves on these spikes.
If we all attach ourselves to the rope, could do that.
You could. I hope you all
Like-
don't fall more than one at a time, though.
We got Rusharoos. We got Rusharoos vines too, so that's gonna help.
He's doing it for the other Myconids, as kind of helping them prepare to climb, because they're not used to it at all.
Yeah.
And affixing it to the large grick. which
mean-
can climb.
Doesn't one of us have levitate?
I was getting ready to say that. Yeah,
Mhm.
can I just like have levitate ready in case someone were to slip and fall?
I would say if you
Um,
have it ready, it would, like if you ready a spell, it's going to get used if you don't use it. If that makes sense.
It's gonna get used if you don't use it.
So you have it
Yes.
prepared
So if
is-
nobody falls.
Preparing
and I
it
don't
is
use
is
it,
the
I
same
use it.
thing as casting it, and then you're just
Right.
waiting to release it.
Yeah, if you're ready a spell, you use it as a reaction too.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is if nobody falls, I've used it
Correct.
regardless.
Correct.
But I can
Right.
get it
Use
back
your-
on a short rest.
You get it back on a
Right.
long. Do you get it back on a short rest? You get back on a long rest, I think.
Probably a
Long
long rest.
Long rest makes sense. I just thought I got everything.
Most
back on
racial
short rest.
spells are a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, you fighters thinking you get everything back on a short
I mean, we
rest.
pretty
And
much
Warlock too. I got my eyes on you too, Casmus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I only got 2 spell slots, so
Mm-hmm.
which I haven't gotten. So I've used right now, so I'm guessing.
You
if
guys
you
have
haven't-
gotten long rests for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna get both.
Yeah, go ahead and do your long rest button before you get climbing. But it's up to you guys. Dusk halfway, like already starting to climb 20 feet up.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense for me to.
Staying along the rope and kind of attaching it in different places.
How big is this thing? Like width-wise? Like
Width-wise, probably about 30 feet in some spaces. Others, the whole between 15 and 30 feet in different spaces. Total width.
so a large creature would kind of block the path,
A gargantuan creature would.
but a large would be okay. Wouldn't cause any real problems.
No, yeah. The Grick is they're all attaching. Like the large Grick, which is large, is taking up maybe a sixth or an eighth of the space.
Okay.
It's a wide, spiky tunnel going straight up. A slight angle in some spaces.
Then fungi's going to wild shape, which I get like half back on a short rest.
Mhm.
In a giant lizard variant that has spider climb.
Yeah.
And since I'm nice and big with a 15 strength, I guess if anybody wants to try and hang on or hold on that might need a little help, I think I can help with that. People have ridden me before.
Yeah, you've done this before.
If anybody's particularly bad at climbing.
Casper is -1 strength, so yeah, he's not great.
Yeah, you hold on to me.
He's gonna do that.
Sure, Mr. Bones is gonna be fine. Mr. Bones can handle. I don't know.
Fair enough. So, kind of with Casmus riding the lizard, having not really many issues, and Dusk leading the way and kind of attaching the rope. Dusk, I will need a sleight of hand check for your rope tying capabilities throughout this.
Nice knowing you guys. Should have got Featherfall. Oh, that's not bad. 14.
All right, with a 14. As you're going up, I will want everyone to give me an athletics check. Save for Casmus, I'll let you have yours at advantage. And the lizard doesn't need to make one as climb speed.
Alright, so athletics
Oh,
advantage.
It sat on that tube for a second too long.
Oh, mine didn't.
Dude, thanks for the advantage.
Okay.
Just hold on, buddy.
As you're going up, going through the motions,
I get to add a d6 to that. It didn't add it.
A D4.
Oh,
Cybolster Knack is a d4.
Oh, you get a D4 from guidance, and then you can absolutely do your
Right.
side bolstered neck. So add both.
Okay. So
I'm rolling a d20 for Mr. Bones.
Yeah, you don't need to. This is for something else.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
d6.
That made a big difference.
So that
Plus
11.
8.
13.
Well, you rolled a D4 and then D6. You rolled 2D6. That's,
Oh.
not. Yeah, I'll take the first one
Oh, yeah.
with 8, getting
Okay.
a 13, which isn't bad. At the starting to climb up, I would say Dusk, you'd be the first to notice. Eventually, probably climbing hundreds of feet. This is an arduous task, but you would start to notice a little bit of a green glow at the end of the tunnel.
Stop and kind of let the others catch up and whisper back down, there's a green glow ahead of us.
Right. I am going to spend another psi point and bring us into psychic,
Okay,
so we don't have to waste our breath
I
talking.
gotcha.
I need to use an energy dice for the Cybolster Knack
Mhm.
and one for Psychic Whispers, and I used it. Okay. Then is it a good green glow or a bad green glow? Do you have a feeling for it?
Give me an insight check on the light.
Yeah.
What's the mood lighting like?
Green means go, right?
It looks like very similar to a. It's green. It's kind of almost a lime green.
All right.
I feel there are margaritas ahead of us.
Ooh.
It
let's
very
push
much,
forward.
or like a neon lime green, kind of like the color of Slurm.
I'm in. Let's go. Giddy
You,
up.
you like that green?
Arms
Slurms.
Mackenzie.
Slurm margaritas. Let's go.
Maybe they'll have bachelor chow as well.
Mm.
All right, let's proceed in full-on stalk mode as we get closer to the light, to the lit area.
Okay. Fungi and Chasmus each have a point of exhaustion as we go ahead. And Chasmus, so if you open up your character sheet in here, it'll be on your conditions, which is below your AC,
I see it.
and exhaustion's a long list. Or exhaustion's at the very bottom, and you just give yourself a little one tick. But you go into stealth and stalk mode.
Yes.
Okay. Want everyone to give me a stealth check.
Casmus is going to use his one with a shadow to cast invisibility on himself.
Okay. You're riding a lizard.
Yeah, but he's still gonna.
There's no
Cast
one on the
invisibility.
lizard.
Can't roll it from there anymore.
So, since he's available, do you want me to roll it or?
Yeah, I still want you to roll it.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you advantage on it. There's noise.
Oh, there it is. Where's my giant lizard?
Yeah, it's wonderful. -2.
You roll from your stealth check now, Fungi,
Oh,
because your stats don't change.
I thought the physical ones did for like strength, dexterity, and constitution.
Do they still?
Not my-
They do change because
Okay.
now I'm at minus with 1 point. I'm at -3 strength and
No, not
-2 dex.
not that. I meant for the wild shape.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Double check.
It's the hit points that don't change. Okay, I was thinking about something dumb. Yeah. All right.
The interesting thing is the giant lizard that I have here in the roll 20,
Uh-huh.
and the one that I have from. Do I have a display in here that I can just show this? To pull it up on my list of extras from. Oh, it's from Monster Man 2014. Maybe it's a different thing. I have more. The giant lizard has better skills. Like I actually have stealth +4 in that, but I don't have it in this one. It's a discrepancy. Whatever.
I don't
Just
know.
roll tax.
-2 anyways.
So, fuck no matter what.
So, sneaking on up, you creep over the ledge as it opens up into a large space where you can see bubbling masses of, well, it looks like slurm in this darkened space, but it is glowing neon green liquid in pools around the corners here. Stalactites and stalagmites dotting the area, kind of creating these odd shadows.
Does it give an odor?
It does give an odor. It smells... I would say it smells kind of like iron and honey. It doesn't smell sickly. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map. As the Myconids and Cappy and Rumpinump are shortly behind you.
Is it flowing?
It is not. It seems to be
It's just
dripping out of the
cool.
walls.
Does it seem like really fluid, like water, or more like oil, or more like, I don't know,
Probably closer to
peanut
oil.
butter?
Or like more like the syrup for like a fountain drink.
Hey, Turvey, what is this shit?
Well, I don't know. It looks like it's bubbling green shit. I wouldn't touch it if I were you.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Maybe Mr. Bone can put a finger in and see if it's acid.
Wish Jim Jar was still here.
I'm unable to communicate in.
You are able to communicate. You can talk. Also, you're all connected psychically.
Right.
Mr. Bones?
Oh, Mr. Bones.
Mr.
isn't.
Bones in chat?
Mr. Bones is just screaming.
But you can still speak in lizard form now. In wild shape. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That is one thing I know they changed.
It's a version of parcel tongue. We can understand you.
Mr. Bones, suck that up.
Oh yeah. Didn't roll the dice to see how long the psychic link would last. 1 hour.
All right.
And that's a D6, so it can last up to 6 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does very much look like a Chernobyl disaster.
Pripyat.
But
So,
what are you doing?
I just told Mr. Bones to go touch that green stuff.
Oh man, are you sure?
I
It's a
was
level 3 spell.
I wasn't serious, but if you tell us to do
Mr.
that-
Bones goes and touches it?
Wait, well, like, can he break a
Finger
rib
in it.
off? He's
Oh.
got some. Okay, let's calm down on phrasing. Okay, you can like break a
Well,
rib and like
taste it.
poke it, right?
Mr.
I
Bones.
mean,
I'm just
pretty much
imagining
do
you
that with a
being like,
stick.
he's not. He can't be that smart, right? He's just a collection of bones.
Wait,
I'm
just
So
not
just
asking him to dip the stick in the stuff. I'm saying you dip the stick
no,
in the
not
stuff if you
you.
want to see if it's acidic.
I'm saying
For Christ's sake.
if fun guy says go like test it, Mr. Bones is just gonna be like, oh fuck it, just jump in, and then we've wasted a level 3
No, I
slot
said
and he's
touch
gone.
it.
He's telling
Go
him to
touch it.
Go
But
touch
he's
it.
not that smart.
Tusk is rethinking his
No,
life.
No,
choices.
he has an 8 intelligence or 6 intelligence.
Is that higher than mine?
Raw.
No,
I think
he knows what.
even Mr. Bones would find a stick with a 6 intelligence. You know,
Give him a spear.
There's no stick around. He told him to go
There's
touch
something-
it.
Last time at the decrepit ruin place.
Oh, what at the old ruin place?
Didn't somebody toss him a spear? Or did we toss
Yes,
him?
he has a spear.
All right, Chuck. Not the pointy side. Use the other side to touch the green stuff,
Okay.
Mr. Bones.
So this poor skeleton that you resurrected and brought back to a life of anguish. You gave him, Dobby, you gave him a sock. And you're like, hey, light that sock on fire. It's like, go poke the acid with the stick. He's like, this one thing that you have given me, my master.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
As Mr. Bones goes and tries to poke with the blunt end of the stick, you do see it start to kind of bubble and melt and burn into it as it actually reaches out towards Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones, jump back.
Mr. Bones takes 13 points of damage.
Mr. Bones might be dead. Mr. Bones is dead.
As the ooze oozes out towards him, as Mr. Bones is dead, unfortunately. But you learn that it is acidic as well. But not only that, the ooze animates and starts warbling upward onto the area towards you all.
No. Kick Mr. Bones into the ooze.
We're gonna roll some initiative,
Oh, man.
as it has covered.
Out of wild shape before initiative.
Nope.
Damn.
It
Well, I don't
has
think my initiative anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to do advantage, but it is 8. Not too
I got
bad.
clicking to do here, so give me a second. Where are you? Boom.
But as we roll this initiative, folks, I think that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break here. So stick around, and we'll see how this. It's like a Slurm factory 10,000 years later. We'll see how this goes as we say goodbye to Mr. Bones. For now, who knows? Maybe we hope we'll see him again someday.
You're gonna need to know the Mr.
No, Mr. Bones 2.0. But we'll be back
At
here in a
least
few.
he's at peace.
He's at peace. Stick around, folks. We'll be back. Alrighty, folks. We are back in it, and last we left off on the way to Blingden Stone, climbing up a spiky tunnel in the dark, and coming to a darkened cavern filled with lightly glowing pools of green liquid. Sending out a summoned skeleton, a animated skeleton, Mr. Bones, to go check out the acidity of the pools. You found out they're very acidic, and in fact, parts of them seem alive. And, well, we've rolled initiative here as the animated gelatinous bits climb up towards you. Rincewind, you are up first. What, pray tell, should we... Do you guys want... We haven't done this one in a while. Darkling? I'm going to do Darkling. We're doing Darkling. Why not? Rincewind, what are you doing? You're up first.
I am going to 1, 2, 3. Where? Where? Oh, okay. Fungi's that huge lizard. I am
Fungi's
going
the
to cast Bless on Fungi, Chasmus,
You don't
Weller,
see Casmus.
and
You don't
Oh, I
see
can't see
Casmus.
Casmus?
He's invisible.
oh, well that saves me a little bit. Then sorry, my guy. I am casting it
You're
on the
good,
giant
you're
lizard,
good.
Let me put a little ninja marking on him.
right? Weller and Dusk, then, and myself. I'll cast it at level 2, I guess.
Okay. I need you to roll me a d20 as you cast that.
Sure thing. But
Come on, bro.
All right. Goes off without a hitch. Everyone, multicolored lights kind of fill on you for a brief moment, and you feel #blessed.
And then I am going to say, spread out a little bit and don't get cornered. And I am going to take a step this way and end my turn.
All right. That's going to take us to Turvy. What's Turvy doing? Which is also your Rincewind.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Hold
You're
on.
good.
I'm trying to.
Back to back.
I'm getting background because I just turned my Twitch thing on and I was getting too much. Sorry, everything was coming too much. All right, Turvy
Yes.
is going to go. All right, mate. Do I shoot at the blobby thing? And so he's going to step back the way we were coming from before, also. But he is going to take a second and shoot his hand crossbow at the big old blobber. See
All
what
right.
happens.
A 10's going to hit.
Woo!
As he pierces into it, it seems to burst out as it splits into two.
God dang it. Why are we in the like,
Oh, but they're
splitting
smaller
zone?
now.
They are smaller now.
Oh. And he's gonna wink it. He's gonna give an exaggerated wink at Rincewind, and he'll end his turn there.
All right. That will take
And
us.
he makes that noise as he winks at Rincewind.
Absolutely.
Rincewind just looks on confused.
Right.
That'll take us to Dusk.
Dusk is going to think to the other group. Stay on alert. There's never just one or two. As a bonus action, he'll ignite Dawn,
Okay.
and he will hop forward and take a swipe at that one.
Take a swipe at that one.
What am I doing? Oh,
Take a
this.
swipe.
This.
Swipe or no swiping?
16.
16 absolutely hits.
Doing 17 points of radiant
17
damage.
points of radiant damage as it warbles and starts kind of melting back into the pool it came from. It's
Okay.
still there, though.
Go there. And he'll do a, little jump in the air and swing around with the sword again.
Swinging away.
Getting a 24.
24 will... Yes. Yes.
Or
As-
9 points of radiant.
Yeah, 9 points radiant damage as you stab into it, whirling around again. It does kind of melt back down to the ground.
And then hop back a little bit.
It goes... whir, 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 whir.
And just kind of keep an eye out on the other pools.
All right. As you're keeping an eye out on the other pools. Absolutely. Starts lurching forward towards you. And is going to roll to see who he's going to go towards. It is going to warble up to Rincewind. This big blob of greenish yellow goop climbs up to you. reaching out with its pseudopode. Getting a big old 7 to hit Rincewind. Which
Is a miss,
is a
fortunately.
big miss. You hear the slurping coming as it just like, slurps its way towards you. And suction cups the whole way.
Last thing I want to do is wash that shit out of my clothes.
Which will take us to the other one. Which slurps up to Weller here. Weller. Prepare for the 14 to hit.
That's a miss, sir.
There's a miss as you see it coming, just inching its way towards you, half as small as it was before. Missing, which will take us to your turn, Weller.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna waste a repost on that since I'm going next. I will just go ahead and swing out with Zemal.
Oh, you're gonna get it splattered everywhere.
That's the
Dun
plan,
dun dun.
baby.
13's gonna hit.
Fantastical.
For 16 points of damage. Yeah, as it does like kind of splatter, not everywhere, just into the ground and around. It's that classic splat noise. Anything else?
No, it's just he's still there.
It's still there.
He didn't fully splat.
It
Okay,
didn't fully splat, no.
understood. Yeah, we're gonna extra attack that one. I'll take another swing at it.
Alrighty. 19 will definitely hit it. As you don't need to roll damage for this one. But you definitely splat the heck out of it. As it only had like 5 left. Your minimum's, I think, 10 or something.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fiber.
As it splats and bits of the little bits that remain do kind of slowly drift back to the primordial pool it came from. Anything else for Weller?
I will go ahead and just use movement. 15 plus 10. I'm just gonna move on the other side of this guy.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Which will take us to... Yeah. Okay.
My token didn't get pulled into the thing.
Oh, it didn't. What'd you roll?
15.
15. Let me get you on there. What is the giant lizard doing with an invisible man on his back?
I'm going to start by letting the invisible man off my back. So
Goes-
that I
Goes flying down the hole invisibly.
Invisibly, yeah. No.
I'm going to bonus action turn back, drop out of wild shape.
Okay.
And really, really hate how they redid Produce Flame. Pisses me off now, actually, because now I can't really use that.
It's just different.
It's different, but now it takes a bonus action to. It really takes both of my actions in my turn to be able to.
Right.
Crappy. And both my range spells turn. And I don't want to cast Moonbeam around the crowd like that. So I guess I'm just gonna move up and I guess for the hell of it, I'll just activate Symbiotic Entity.
Okay. Activate that entity of symbiosis as the spores whirl around you. That's gonna.
And then hit that.
All right. That's gonna take us to surprise guest number 2, 3, kind of. Yeah. So that is actually going to go all the way to Dusk. Dusk from the ceiling. Ooze slurps onto you. And it is going to do its best. Getting a 7 to hit.
Just kind of step to the side.
As you step to the side, it just splats right next to you. That's it for that thing. Taking us to Casmus. Yes, you can
Before it's done.
symbiotic, yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna back away a little bit.
21.
And he's going to throw a firebolt, getting out, breaking his invisibility at the one by dusk.
Alright. Attack at advantage.
Spells, firebolt.
Getting a crit. Absolutely. Roll that crit damage. For 21 points of damage as you fire your fire bolt into it. It starts bubbling and just kind of bubbling a second form of itself onto itself. As now there's 2 of it.
Let's see. The bonus, is that a bonus action? That's an action. And that'll be it.
Alright.
Don't know if this is what they had in mind when they said divide and conquer.
It's exactly what they had in mind. So I should have rolled previously. Hey, same thing. So, I can't get there, so it's going to go... I'll just go over there. Out of the primordial pool, another one appears. Surprise. You see it come... It came from, like, over here. It went bloop, 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 bloop. And is going to try and get fungi. See it coming a mile away, though. It got an 8 to hit. These guys aren't doing anything. Except for ending their turns as they're just kind of slurping up onto the ground around you guys. Taking us to Rincewind.
Rincewynd's gonna look at that near miss dust just took and it's like, oh, gross. And he's gonna use his cutting action to disengage.
Okay.
And he'll step right there. And then he's gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
One of them, probably this guy right there.
Okay.
Is...
What flavor of orb?
It's gonna be ice,
Ice.
I think.
Getting icy.
Let's see, where are you? Chromatic. I have so much crap on my combat list.
Ice, Orby.
There you are.
13 hits it with this ice-flavored orb. I do want you to roll me a d20. Alrighty. The orb goes off without a hitch. Roll some of that sweet, sweet damage. Well, it's not doing that. As we're going to -5, -7. Still a ton of damage for a second level cast. And you got doubles, so do 4, 8, 6, 8. So 16, 20, 26 points of damage. Whole damage. And it
Sorry,
bounces.
I didn't realize I had all this stuff.
You're good, you're good. It's easy to figure out. 26 points of damage as it starts to bounce to another target. Where is it going next?
So, this time it's going to bounce its way south, I guess. to
Okay,
This one.
just hopping along as the orb starts rolling and bouncing. Roll another chromatic orb attack. At level 2.
Again, where did that thing go? Seriously,
I'll work on cleaning it up the stuff next week.
that's okay.
15 will also hit. Roll some of that more sweet chromatic damage. Against the one that's kind of trying to puddle around Dusk
No
for
double on that one.
14 points of damage, but no double as it starts kind of bouncing away into nothingness. The orb. Parts of the ooze start to freeze. Anything else for Rincewind?
I'm gonna look back at Turvy and give him another exaggerated wink and go, ah, indeed, and step a little bit further back by Casmus.
Okay, which will take
And
us to Turvy.
Turvy is, he
Having
saw
a
that
stroke.
right, he saw that it split last time. So this time he's just gonna take the cautious way out. He's gonna use his action to cast Blur.
All right, roll me a d20. That was close. And with a 14, he gets all blurry.
And then he's going to end his turn right there.
Which will take us to Dusk. A lot of squelchy boys around you. What's Dusk doing?
Well, Dusk is going to attempt to end the one that tried to pull on him.
All right, which half?
The one that is right there.
All right, slightly chilled one.
The slightly chilled one. And if possible, as he swings Dawn around, he's going to try to project some of the ooze splatter back at Rincewind.
Absolutely. Like a golf swing, just scooping it up towards him. Getting a
Nat
getting a
20.
nat 20. I'm gonna say you
Ooh.
absolutely do splat some of the stuff towards Rincewind, dirtying him up. For
Place your divots.
16 points of damage as it withers and pools to the ground. It splatters all over Rincewind.
Oh.
Then
Dude.
turn around and swing at the other half.
All right.
The one that tried to.
Some would say
Getting
the
17.
better half. 18 or 17 will hit.
12 points of radiant.
All right. Stabbing into it with 12 radiant damage. It doesn't seem to like that. Anything else for Dusk?
Trying to decide. As a bonus action, I'm going to disengage
Okay.
and move back here.
Oh, I see. As you roll away, as it just kind of one of the pseudopods tries to lash out to you, but you're too quick. Which will take us to the big boy next to Weller. Big boy next to Weller is going to try and get a shot off at you. Lashing out with its pseudopod. Getting a 15 to hit?
Against me?
Yeah,
That's a miss.
that's a miss. As it...
And I will go ahead and repost on that.
Okay. Riposte away. As it just kind of bashes towards you, just take that opportunity to slam down into it. 19 definitely hits. It's the big boy for 16 points of damage. As it's a much smaller puddle than it was previously. Much more flattened. Which will take us to your turn, Weller.
I got to be honest with you, man. I thought you were about to say much more flaccid, and that was going to be it for me.
Well, you said it, so
All right.
That's
I'm
it.
taking another. Nope, we're moving on. I'm
All
taking
right.
another hit at this guy.
All right. That's a swing and a hit.
That's a swing and a hit.
These guys, they're just little oozes. They don't move very fast. As it splat, you're covered in this ooze. It's film all over your. It's not good. Not a good look.
So that was a riposte. That was an attack. I still have the extra attack, and I can reach that guy, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and extra attack on him.
Ooh, with a nat 1 as you kind of go for that second swing, slamming down, the ground gives way a little bit as you almost fall into a beneath the surface pool of acid water stuff and miss.
Acid water stuff.
Slurm.
Let's. What do we have up? We got one more big guy. We got a half guy. Let's go ahead and action surge.
Okay. Let's
Run it back.
do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Tired of all these ochre jellies on these pools of. I was trying to think of Snakes on a Plane reference. Anyways, go for it. 17's gonna hit
All right.
for 15 points of damage. As once again, this smashing is seeming to work wonders. As it just splats all over. Your maul is covered in this Icarus goo.
Ooh, good word. Let me move up to that guy and extra attack on him.
Absolutely. Yes, a 24 will hit. Taking 14 points of damage as you, again, just try and send this back to the pool it came from.
And that is all I can do.
That's a turn, folks. Which will take us to Fungi as you took out 2 of them. Fungi, what you up to?
Fungi's gonna start with activating that shillelagh
Shaylele.
and whacking right into the one right in front of me.
Whack. That definitely hits.
And I don't know why.
For
I don't know if you want
nine.
bludgeoning force. It wouldn't be the force.
Yeah, I'm always going to take
Yeah.
whatever's first if they're the same roll. We'll do
And then
9
throw
points
it.
of force damage.
With an extra little bit of necrotic.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right.
That's
You
it.
whack into it. That takes us to. Actually, that one's dead. Taking us to Chasmus.
The one right by Fungi is gonna cast Toll of the Dead on it.
Okie dokie.
So it's a Wisdom save 5.
5.
Sorry, 15. Wisdom save at
I
15.
was like, yeah, it got better than a 5. It got a 6.
So it's missing hit points, so it's a D12.
Yes, 2d12. Takes 19 points of necrotic damage. It starts to shrivel up, and this darkened energy just starts reverberating around it from your tolling of the dead. Anything else for Chasmus?
Nope, that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to the last jelly in the room. It's gonna try to go for one of you guys, and it's gonna try to do it good. It's gonna try to smash Fungi. Try is the key word here, as I don't think they've hit one of you. Got an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
That ends its turn, as it's just kind of slurping around the area here in between the stalagmites, which will take us to Rincewind.
Rincewind 2 is gonna take a cue from Casmus, and he is also going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. See what they get with their big 6 wisdom. Got a big 5 this time. As it doesn't have full health, it's already taken damage for sure.
Yeah, so it takes is it
2d12.
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 Yeah. But honestly, 7 will do it.
is enough?
Is
Okay.
enough.
Enough.
As it melts down from the pool it came from, all of the jellies gone. We'll hop out of initiative here. As you guys are in this place, I'll say Cappy and Rumpadump make their way up as they're just kind of floating behind, just a few seconds behind you guys. Rumpadump would kind of speak out to those nearby. This place looks horrible.
You tell me.
Yeah, this place
So-
looks horrible. He's telling you again.
Let's try.
You could say that again.
I'm not gonna. That'd be pointless.
Right. Is there a way out of this? Or do we have to go back down and find another way?
It does look like there's a winding tunnel to the northeast of here. Or northwest. I know directions. You guys came from the east. And you can kind of look down and see the Myconids slowly making their way up with the Grick along with them.
Yeah, let's wait for our Mike and its friend, and I guess let's move to the tunnel.
They would eventually arrive. The Grick would be in front of them. They'd just be at the edge. Basidia would call out, or to anyone nearby within 30 feet of him. Oh. This will not do. We follow your lead. We'll be
Yeah.
behind you.
All right, let's go through the tunnel then.
As they're going to take some time to like undo the rope that they're all kind of connected to. The vine rope.
Oh yeah, did we get our rope? Dusk has our rope, right?
Dusk has
No,
your-
yeah, Duska's the rope.
Yeah.
That we used.
We held on to that rope for like 30 weeks.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure we keep it.
It's
I mean,
spider
it's a 50
silk.
foot
It's
a
a
50-foot rope.
that one's 100 feet. It's special.
When did we have a 100-foot rope? The only one I remember was the 50-feet one.
There were 200 feet ropes that you guys had in the very, very beginning. You got them from the drow hideout.
Wait, did we?
Either way,
Okay.
Push it forward.
pushing forward, you can see a little bit of a crevice to the northwest out of this
Yeah,
large
well, the-
section.
Guys want to summon the bat again and have a little scout ahead?
You wish.
Yeah, not a terrible idea.
I'll extinguish dawn for now.
Okay.
I need to burn a spell slot to get another wild shape. So use that to summon the bat
Fair enough.
and like we've
And
done
just
before.
was gonna use go invisible again.
Okay. Casmus disappears. And you've got a bat. Bat just kind of, we'll say, oh, roll me a d20. Fun guy. And Casmus, roll me a d20.
All casting all willy-nilly down here.
Fair enough. You do see the soup has a mild reaction to your spells. But nothing really, just the occasional bubble that seems to go in timing with your casting. As actually the bat would probably like pop out of the bubble. It's covered in green goo.
Neat. Green bat. Scout ahead, bat.
All
Will
right.
we be
Glow stick.
forced to refer to the bat as Mr. Flappy?
Come on.
I like that.
What do you take me for?
Somebody that makes up corny names for weird shit.
Go ahead, Squeaker.
It's
Fun
like-
guy,
all
you
the
of all
monkey
people, you're
season.
not going to do like a little, have a moment for Mr. Bones. I mean, you did like send him to his death, second death, his re-death,
He really wasn't
Oh,
like
he's
his death.
so
shark
many more
dude.
deaths to come. so many
control
more.
wars.
All right, reanimated things is where you draw the line.
But
Yeah, pretty much.
we can do the scouting thing two ways. You can send him forward actually on the map, or if you want, I can just describe it as you're going.
Everybody, close your eyes, and he'll describe it to us. You can picture it.
Yeah, we just go. We just
Okay.
keep describing it. If there's anything that
Yeah.
he sees that I see through his eyes that's of notice.
Give me a perception check from the bat.
I think Weller fell asleep. I'm committed to the bit.
All right, nat one, love it.
Took a long time for that roll.
Oh, the bat.
Hey,
Mr.
that one pulled
Flappy's
my
hitting the walls.
Yeah, Mr. Flappy's sonar's broken.
You would keep hearing extra squeaking every now and then from squeakers. As you send the bat into a darkened tunnel, it seems to carry on. To the left, you see another small tunnel going into, looks like another pool, but more perfectly circular. But that's a shortened tunnel that way. Continuing to keeping to the right, seems like this tunnel keeps going. Seeing more of these pools as you go. And more still. I'm just gonna roll it like this. As you feel incredible pain, looking around at this bioluminescent, or not bioluminescent, this luminescent pools of green, and Mr. Squeaker is lost from you pretty
He's not
quickly.
formal.
Unfortunately. You didn't get to
Well,
see
that's
much
about
other
it.
than maybe a little bit of bones here and there,
Oh God.
and more of these pools, this winding path of pools.
Oh.
Hey, Rasharu. Any of this look familiar?
This was all water last time I came here. Calm pools.
That can't be good.
It has been many cycles, though.
Who's good with whatever it would take to maybe investigate the remains of the ooze that Rincewind is currently splashed with? His brother's not smart. Like, can we figure out if this was water, what it has become?
It seems like a
Right.
gelatinous acidic substance.
Yeah, I mean, and this is coming up like something out of the Beverly Hillbillies. I don't think it's like flowing from a source.
Boy, you talking about that Texas tea?
Yes. Let's think how the lyrics go now.
I'm listening
Black
to a story about a
gold.
man named
Black
Jed,
gold. There you go.
Texas
Thank
tea.
you.
poor
Mhm.
mountaineer,
Yeah,
barely kept his
I
family
need the
fed.
lyrical
And the
genius
next thing
to
you
help me
know,
out.
old Jed's a millionaire.
There you go.
Right. We need
Up
to find
from
a
the
way to
ground
market
came a
this shit.
bubbling crude.
Well, it seems like we're going to have to press forward, but we should stay clear of the pools and be prepared for more slurping.
All right,
Okay.
fair enough.
As long as we don't try to poke the stuff on, provoke it in any way.
I think with
Well-
such a large entourage, that might be unavoidable at times. Let's just be careful.
Yeah.
Maybe Rincewood should go in front. He's like covered in this stuff. They might think he's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you should really be more careful about that.
Yeah, really, really should. Right.
Basidia will say, we'll follow behind once you know it's safe. Keep an eye on our rear.
All right. Here we
Tally-ho.
go then. And I'll start carefully plodding along.
Let's engage skulk sneaky mode.
All right. As you start sneaking ahead, I will like everyone to give me a stealth check.
Roll a little extra.
Fair enough.
That exhaustion doesn't help me at all.
No, exhaustion doesn't help anyone.
I was
ever.
gonna say, I think that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying is that I could
least
have
you're
gotten
invisible.
At least, I could have gotten at least something better, but
No.
no, my rolls are horrible.
No, he rolled a 4. He's not invisible.
You definitely hear like the stones kind of crumbling and cracking beneath his feet and the occasional footsteps that he's leaving behind.
He's like the little kid. Like he's like, guys, I'm gonna go invisible. We're like, yeah,
What?
wow,
Who-
you're invisible, buddy.
Is Rincewind the one that's leading the way?
Yes. Clomping along.
Clomping along. As you're clomping along, I'm just going to move Rincewind around. The rest of you guys can move yourselves. It is a darkened space. As it's near pitch black. You can see little lights ahead of you go on. And eventually you see a small passage going to the left, leading to a small pool of glowing water, glowing a little more perfectly than the others. Can't help but notice, Vincent, with your stupid perception, you can't help but notice the walls of that chamber within are lined with bones. Bones of many different beings, animals, people maybe? Hard to tell from here. But also within there, on the other side of the pool, you would notice a small chest. A case, even.
Okay.
But the path keeps continuing to the right as well. Into
You
darkness.
spoke earlier of sources of things. Well,
Oops, that was not where I wanted to put that.
With Devil's Light, I'm supposed to see normally, even in pitch black and in dim light, up to 120 feet. So I would
guys-
see.
Do
I'm
you guys
guessing
just
in
want me
here.
to do the dancing light thing?
So I'm guessing I would see in.
Yeah,
This pitch black
it
place?
seems like a darkened corridor. It is very dark.
Maybe Weller could
so-
send his lights in there and see if anything reacts to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're
The stone in here itself, even Casmus looking at it, like the stone is black, so it's twists and turns and it's dark.
Yeah, it's not gonna help you out.
But the lights might help if you shine different colors on it and stuff. It's up to you.
let's do it. I might as well burn it. I'll do dancing
Oh.
lights.
So, do the bones seem like they're scattered in or stacked? Is it like a larder or like a crypt?
Like they're all pressed up against the wall.
Pressed up against the wall. Like catacomb style or Jeepers Creepers style?
Jeepers
Whoa.
Creepers.
Ooh, okay. Oh no.
Yeah, this is.
If you want to make your
Okay.
lights. Are you making them?
Yes.
Fair enough. You make a few lights around you. And you should be able to control... Oh, as I deleted the main one. That's what happened there. Trying to do some cool lighting effects here.
It does look cool. Like a flickering candle. It's not illuminating shit, but they look cool.
Yeah, it's not going to be very bright.
Yeah.
Because the map is dark. You should be able to move those around however you want, Weller.
Okay. And what range do I get on?
120 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shit. Okay.
And Rincewind's looking to your left. You don't see that chamber yourself, but...
Well, I move it into darkness.
Yeah. You want to see what he's looking at.
Oh, okay. All right. So you wanted me to test and see if the ooze responds. Got. I only see 3. I was gonna say I'll keep one like out here with us, but then I will send one in with the ooze and see if it reacts.
All right.
Or
Lighting
does
up the
signal.
area very lightly. You can kind of see the way in. It doesn't seem to react at all.
All right.
This is a very dark map.
So it seems perhaps like with most of our experience down here in the Underdark, the casting of things might be what garners the effect.
Yeah, on the other side
Or,
of the pool,
or
you
poking it with a stick.
can make out the other side of the pool. There is a small case up against one of the stalagmites.
Right
Dusk.
there.
Yeah, right there.
How nimble do you feel, Dusk?
I doubt it'll be as simple as running in there and grabbing it.
Well, not with that attitude.
I guess Rincewind will move to here, and then attempt to cast Mage Hand and see if he can wiggle the box. See if it moves.
Give me a wisdom check. That's your casting, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, give me a wisdom check. With a 20. It seems stuck for a moment, but you eventually pry it free as the box comes flying towards you. As it does, what it was attached to was actually not a stalactite or stalagmite, but a long tentacle attached to a creature within the water, within the pool, as it quickly emerges, trying to follow after whatever it grabbed. You see this large, three-legged, three-tentacled creature emerging, dripping with this green liquid, with a giant maw as well.
Nope. Cave in.
You see one of those creatures.
How do we trigger a cave in?
We're gonna
What was
roll
that tunnel?
initiative.
Good news,
as-
guys. I got the box.
You got the box,
What's in the box?
but we're gonna roll initiative again.
All right.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Hey,
Getting
the
right back
box
into it.
needs rescuing. Okay. That's better.
Let's see if that's gonna help me.
Fungi, you were up first. Wait, we're missing Turvy.
There. He's got an 8. I don't know if I didn't click his token.
I gotcha. Well, either way, Fungi, you are up first. As you hear the splashing from around the corner. What are you doing?
Try and move up and see this thing. Can't see shit from where I am. Hey, there he is. Happy. Let's. He looks stronger, so honestly, I'm not gonna try. Really annoyingly, using my bonus action and magic action to cast up a produce flame,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw one right at him.
A 14. Getting you that produce flame light. See, even with your produce flame light, it doesn't. It's a very dark map. A 14 just hits though.
Oh, just hits
Just hits.
because it doesn't so automatically subtract. So you guys subtract 2. Sorry.
Oh, a 12 misses. Sorry. As it kind of goes into the room and ignites ever so little.
And that'll do for my turn.
All right. That will take us to dusk.
Dusk will step up here. And he will bonus action ignite Dawn.
Okay.
And then he will point Dawn's blade at the creature and zap it.
Zapping it with a wisp of sunlight.
Well, I guess that is not still there, but
It's not still there, but a 17 will hit it.
17.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get rid of that. For 9 points of radiant.
It will take 9 points of radiant damage. That lets out this kind of guttural gurgle as it's just kind of just getting up out of the liquid.
Then he will step back just a little bit and end his turn.
All right, that will take us to Weller.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Rinceman got the box, right?
Rincewind, what? He yeah, the box flew to him.
Okay, he got the box.
Yeah.
So I'm just, with my 6 seconds of speech, going to suggest that somebody fire a blast at the walls and try to collapse them. And
As you're holding a giant mallet.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess I could give it a shot because I'm not going to do anything else. I've never attacked a wall before, but I can give it a shot.
There's a first for
What's
everything.
the worst that could happen?
I collapse it on my head.
Or your companions.
Yeah, you've got a hard head. It'll be fine.
So yeah, I will. There's nowhere to stay next to Fun Guy, is there? Yeah. I'll advance to the square right ahead of Fun Guy if I can.
Okay. You could kind of be like
And-
here if you wanted.
Okay, that works. And just like in this area, I'm gonna swing at a wall and try to collapse it.
Okay.
Keep this thing trapped.
Give me an athletics check.
Will do, Capitano.
With a 20 freaking 6. Go ahead and roll me. I'm gonna say roll me 4d10. If you get above 20, we'll say 28. That's not a 28.
That is Jesus.
With the mallet causing the hammer, well, with the mallet, causing the hammer. As you press the hammer into the wall, it quakes, and I'll say you've started a collapse. And I'll even say it'll do that damage, what you rolled, to the creature as stalactites fall on top of it. But
Can I
if you had,
extra attack?
I would say this is with like more than one swing. You're putting all of your might into those swings here into the
Okay.
wall.
Wow, that was terrible.
Hey, you did range damage finally.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
And
Oh,
anything
I've
else
been
for
missing it all
Weller.
along.
You still got movement if you want and a bonus action.
Bonus action's not gonna do me any good, and movement I'm gonna hold here because that thing's probably gonna advance. So
All
yeah,
right.
I'm good.
That will take us to it, and sure enough, it starts stomping up out of the water, letting out this squelching, screeching noise as it starts trying to chomp around. It is first. Yeah, it's going to walk up here and try to... Yeah, it'll get all the way to you. First, it's going to try to bite onto Weller. Weller got an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Weller, you take 9 points of piercing damage. And I need a Constitution save. Alright. As it bites onto you, you start to kind of feel woozy for a second, but you hold firm as the walls around here are not. It then lashes out with a couple of tentacles. One towards Weller, getting an 8 to hit, and the other towards Fungi with a 10 to hit. Not a good night for rolls for
I
the
will
bad guys.
I'll riposte.
And
This
I use my reaction for a pole arm strike
Abs-
on him.
Absolutely.
Nonchalantly. Every time with this. Every time I try to roll that damn stack.
Just roll a d20 and add your strength.
Plus
Add
5.
5, yeah. That's not bad. Plus 5 minus 2, so plus 3. 13 still hits. Or 14. And then I'll do
And-
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 4.
Plus 4.
Yeah, I have 2 strength and 2 for dueling.
Oh, right. Dueling. I always forget about that one. Dealing 9 points of damage to it, and Weller is riposting. As the tentacle kind of writhing over you, giving you ample opportunity. 16 is going to hit it. Let's see if you topple it. Is it toppleable?
Okay.
It is. Topple a Connor strength
Shit.
save.
It's a con.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Well, still, it's only plus 3 from what I've rolled. It is actually toppled over,
Haha!
which will take us to Turvy.
Turvy is way back, but he's gonna hear the commotion, so he's gonna come on over around. Like, oh, Rinty, what's got up there? And Rincewind will just kind of wave him back, tell him to hold off. So he's gonna hold his action to shoot his crossbow in case anything comes down the tunnel towards him.
Okay.
And at this turn,
That'll take us to Rincewind.
Rincewind is going to pull his new dagger out, and he's gonna walk up to that thing and start stabbing.
Okay.
But he's gonna do it with
With style.
yeah.
I
with,
gotcha.
Guy Strike.
True strike away. It'll probably be the very bottom of your
Yep.
actions. A 13 just misses.
That should be an advantage, though, right?
It should be an advantage. Roll again. Absolutely. You are correct. 16 will hit.
Awesome.
And then go and roll the dagger damage as well.
There's the true strike damage,
All right.
but the dagger damage.
With the dex bonus. Or wisdom, the same thing, but yeah.
But
Ooh.
it automatically crits
If it attacks objects.
if it attacks objects.
Yes, the adamantine works again. It crits against objects.
Oh. Okay.
So like
And
like the
then-
wall that's already hurt.
Right. Well.
That's what I thought you were gonna do as soon as I heard you say pull out my new dagger. I was like, oh,
Yeah. I don't want to blunt the
Um,
edge.
Dost thou have sneak attack?
Yeah. I'm trying to click it, but it's not doing it. So I'm just gonna roll 2d6.
just roll
off the main
2d6. Yeah, with those additions, it doesn't let you roll them for some reason with the effects. Do 5 points of extra damage. Stabbing into this creature as it's flailing about on the ground.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage and
Okay.
step back over here by Dusk and end my turn.
Rolling down the tunnel, taking us to Chasmus. Fungi on deck.
He's gonna move forward. He cast a fireball behind it so that only the creature is
Absolutely.
Alright, let's see.
As you launch a massive ball of fire. Roll some of that sweet, sweet
Yep.
fireball damage.
Burning ball of fire.
30 points of damage.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
As you launch that fireball in there, the creature is quickly engulfed in flames as the tunnel indeed does start collapsing. I will want Weller and Fungi to give me dexterity saves.
No, we're fine. It was my idea. You can't punish me.
I mean,
Fungi quickly rolls back
Take me with
as
you. Grab my strong arm.
Weller's not quite as quick.
Damn it. This is what I get for having ideas.
Weller takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Fungi takes 6. As just as quickly as this action started, it's over. The area closed off now as the ceiling, an entire area collapsed onto it.
Well, we're going to forget about that room, and there was nothing else interesting in there. Agreed?
We got it.
Yep.
We got. Did you guys say there was a chest or something inside? We got that.
It's a little case.
it's a little box I got.
Yeah, maybe about 14 inches long, 7 inches wide.
And open it.
Well, I want to take a look at it first, just to make sure, because I mean, it had one thing guarding it.
It's
I
a
wanted to-
looks like a stone case that's been polished from time.
Right, I'll open it up.
All right, popping it open. It has a bunch of broken crossbow bolts and a few that are not broken.
Sweet. I will. Would they be okay for hand crossbow, or is it
Yeah,
regular crossbow?
yeah, they all work. I'd
Okay,
say
I'll give those to.
there's 3 of them. 2 of them look like, can easily tell they're +1 crossbow bolts. One of them looks a little swirly on its arrowhead.
Okay.
Ooh,
Geez. Can I give these to Turvy?
Absolutely.
Um,
All of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Just bear in mind you don't know what one of them is.
Right. We use this one for special circumstances.
All right.
And, because you never know.
see what you're doing, Dusk.
Fair enough.
And I don't know. Should we go in and see if there's anything to those skeletons?
The area is collapsed.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Oh,
Anybody
that
got
was
a
that
shovel?
room?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that was also the skeleton room. Sorry, guys. But again, we decided, we all agreed, we're forgetting that room existed and moving on.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, nothing interesting there. It's fine.
It's pitch black around here. Can't
We'll
even see
go-
anything.
A boop?
These little lights don't help a whole lot, but Dusk is lighting the way pretty well with his dawn blade.
All right, you don't have to make me feel inferior. Dancing lights is like the one cantrip I have.
What is a cantrip?
Hurtful.
But
You
seeing
should spend
ahead,
more time focusing.
you would see bones drifting, sinking into the ooze that's slowly being deteriorated. And Dusk, as you kind of are starting to round the corner, you would hear splash. As you look around, the bones directly to the next area to your right. Looks like they're just starting to sink. Maybe fresher.
Do we still have the brain talkie going on?
Yeah, it's been less than an hour.
Something just submerged in one of the pools up ahead. Be cautious.
The
He's gonna sort of get around
unsubmerge
the
it.
corner.
Do you think it was willingly or unwillingly?
Hard to say.
And I would say, Dusk, with your keen hearing, you hear a little bit of conversation coming from around down the corridor, down the tunnel, barely echoing off. Can't quite make it out from here. But there is conversation being had.
There's someone ahead talking.
Can you hear what they say?
No. He'll scamper over and try to see if he can make out at least the language.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, 12.
Well, not quite. With multiple voices. Can't quite figure out how many and what language. They're talking in hushed tones. Or at least
It
it sounds
seems
like
to
it
be-
from here.
Like it seems to be coming from like this direction.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now scamper sneak out here and then against the wall.
Alright, give me a stealth check.
Comes another one of my famous cat stealth checks.
As Dusk disappears down the corridor.
18.
An 18.
Extinguished dawn.
It's dark. You are darkness.
You are the night.
And then just slowly inch along this wall.
Okay.
Can't move him.
You might have stuck yourself up against an actual wall. But as you're creeping along the edge of the wall, you can make out 3 figures, small in stature, skin as dark as the stone around. Say as you kind of get to about like there-ish.
Yeah, once I can see them freeze.
As Dusk is sneaking ahead, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm poking my head in this little cavern. Bringing one of the knights with me.
I guess I'll sneak up along as well, but I mean, I'm gonna keep my distance well back. He's what?
He's way ahead.
Way ahead. Yeah, I'll stay at least 30 feet behind. So as to not like.
You saw him kind of round a corner.
Send back to the others. There are 3 figures ahead.
Drows? Or not, or something else?
Possibly gnomish.
At this point, you would be able to tell that they are speaking Undercommon.
Hmm.
And would even be able to make out some of the conversation. Well, just touch it a little bit. It couldn't be that bad. We did it. Fine. We're fine. You'll be fine. Come on. Just get it over with.
It's a frat hazing.
What it
What's
sounds like.
going on? Us.
Just go and hop in. We'll be fine. You're not gonna be one of those fucking were-rats. It'd be better. And kind of like a sheepish voice would return. Well, what about, Well, it looks dangerous. I don't think I should. Do I gotta? Yeah. Yeah, you got... And two of the figures kind of look to each other. Nod. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, unless you want to be a loser all your life. No, I don't want that. I guess. There's bones in it. It's just like taking a bath. Conversation continues for a little bit like that.
Are we gonna let this continue?
I was gonna say, you know what I'm realizing now is with all of the numbers that we have, we've never just like kicked the door open to a room and just bum rushed in and like taken a group by surprise.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Not saying that we have to, just saying. We all like ran up on them and made the turvy noise.
Yeah, there you go.
And Dusty, you can tell one of them is about to step into one of these pools.
So
I say let's do it.
So Dusk is going to say, and he's trying to do this in a way that it won't be easy to pinpoint his exact location, since this is like a cavern.
Always trying to throw his voice.
A little bit. It's definitely not his deal, but first time for everything. And he's going to say, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Give me a throwing voice check. A performance?
Sure. He's not a performer. We'll see.
I want this to happen. I want you to be
Well,
like that, man.
With a
You're like
12,
Robin.
the two almost in unison would call out, "Hey, who's there? Show yourself. We got weapons."
At this point, I would cast thaumaturgy and make my voice boom and say the exact same thing Dusk just did.
You just, all right, well, now you're just showing them up. You had that the whole time. Come on.
Hey,
I want to make sure they heard him.
show yourself. Come on.
All right. Ignite Dawn.
And I will move my dancing lights to surround them, all four, like around them.
Okay. I'm going to do some movement. As you move the lights around them. Seeing them pretty clearly, there are 3 deep gnomes. 2 do have morning stars at the ready. Actually, one of them had a morning star, the other would have a big, heavy crossbow aiming in your direction. While a third doesn't have any weapons in hand other than like a pick on his back, is kind of sheepishly looking onward. Alright, that's far enough. What do you want?
For you not to do something stupid, like force your companion to step in acidic ooze.
Oh, we weren't forcing. We just, we're having a bit of fun. And they're right, Beddens? Yeah, fun. We have fun. Yeah. You can shove off and, go back from where you came. None of your business unless you want to get initiated too.
Initiated as what?
As a cool guy. You already got the glowy sword, right?
I don't need further initiation. Maybe you do.
No, we're cool enough.
Indeed. Dusk will address the one that's by the pool. You should step back.
And he kind of looks at them, and they all kind of like look at each other.
As you said, I'm the one holding the glowing sword.
Yeah, glowy sword. You stay put. Hey, it's none of your business. What are you doing here?
Acts of kindness.
Kindness. Ain't gonna find none of that here.
Exactly. Now ask your associate to step back from that pool. Please.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh. They're not buying it.
The
Well,
three.
you said please.
Even sarcastically.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're in the middle of something here. Yeah, what do you said? We're in the middle of something. We don't want to get nasty, do you?
Put your weapons down, or I'll get closer.
Dusk will take one more step closer as Weller says that.
As you step closer, we're gonna roll initiative. Because they are ready to shoot, and you're ready for them to shoot. Or, act. But as we're rolling initiative here, folks, seeing what will happen with these 3 deep gnomes, what sort of initiation ritual they're up to with going swimming in a vat of acid. We're going to take our little, a little 5-10 minute break. We're going to take our leave.
break.
Yeah, our week-long little 5 to 7 day break, as that's where we're going to end tonight. So, thanks for watching, and we're going to pick up next week with the Sverfneblin shenanigans.
Here's a spoiler alert. Weller rolled a 25. He's going to move closer.
Way to spoil it.
The funny thing is, that's the last one. I rolled a 16. Every single other initiative, I was at the bottom.
Well, that'll be a good spot to start off next week. But
Yeah.
check us out next week, folks. Night, Internet.
Be here at B
Out on the
Square.
webs.
Night Twitch.
Hey.